myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I.
Welcome to me, myself, and I. Now I sound like Kermit the Frog. Welcome to me, myself, and I. Yay! Yay! Now, yeah! It's episode Setenta. That's a horrible impression of me, myself, and I. Kermit the Frog here. Just gonna keep on talking, and now I sound like Bill Cosby. I get the pills and I drop it in their drinks and they didn't know what happens next. Don't judge me on that one, okay? I didn't do the raping, all right? I know I just started out the gate with a Bill Cosby rapey joke, but I didn't do the raping. I was trying to do Kermit the Frog, and it led into that. That's what happens when I let my mind run wild here on me, myself, and I. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another exciting episode of me, myself, and I. Episode 73. 73 episodes, ladies and gentlemen. We are at 73. That's 73 episodes for man. 74 episodes for mankind on the next podcast episode. I have fun. I love podcasting. I love doing this. I love hanging out. And it's good to be back, ladies and gentlemen. It feels good to be back. I'm happy to be here with you. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. How was your Father's Day, gentlemen? Did you have a good Father's Day? If you did, tell me what you grilled. I want to know. If you are one of those dads that does not want to have someone cook for you, hey man, God bless you. I'm sure you did the grilling. If you did, what did you grill? Email me, mmipodcast19@gmail.com. I want to see pictures. I want to know what you grilled because I know you know that you want to know what I grilled on my podcast. Not my podcast. I meant my house. I will talk about it on my podcast. I didn't. All right, this is what I grilled on Father's Day. I grilled racks of ribs. Okay? And it was delicious. Okay, I know how to cook ribs. Okay, I do a slow grill. About 4 to 5 hours. I baste it with beer throughout the time while it's cooking. And then I lather on some barbecue sauce towards the end and it comes out delicious. But this Father's Day, it came out amazing. And I'll tell you why. Not because of me. Not because of myself. Not because of I. No. The only reason why my ribs came out delicious, spectacular, phenomenal is because my Uncle Mike was in town and he gave me some tips. Yes, my Uncle Mike, the original Mike Betancourt, and his wife, Aunt Sue, they came from Florida to visit and we had a great time. And my Uncle Mike is a great chef. He went to culinary school. He worked with a chef for about a couple years. And then when he worked for the firehouse, he worked for the firehouse for about 25 years. And he always cooked for everyone. So he's got decades of cooking experience. And while he was visiting, he made some gourmet meals. Oh my God. These meals were gourmet. And he taught me how to make some great ribs. And he's a gentleman, too. He didn't say, Mike, let me show you how to cook it. Let me show you how to cook it. Let me show you how to cook it. He didn't do that. He sat back and watched me. He observed. And he noticed certain things that need to be said because it was the sanctity of making the ribs. There's some point he chimed in at the right time. You know, you should do, Michael, this way. He's from New York originally. And now he moved down to Florida. But this is what he sounds like. You know, you should do, Michael, this is what you need to do. When you're making the sauce, don't base it with beer. Don't do that. Because you know the acidity of the beer, it's going to affect and it's going to make those ribs tender. It's going to make them rough on the edges. You don't want them rough, you want them moist. And this is what you do. You get some garlic, you get some butter, you get some apple cider, you mix it together and you mop it on your ribs while you're cooking. I have no idea what the hell mop means, but I'm not going to question the chef. I'll figure it out, but I'm not going to question him. You mop it. Yeah, a little garlic. Always the way a little garlic. Yeah, a little garlic around there. Make sure you mop it. All right. Then the last 5 minutes of the ribs, you wrap it up in foil. You put your barbecue sauce. Yeah, a little garlic. Flip it around face down. Let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Take it out. Boom. Done. Let it set for about another 5 minutes. Then it'll be ready to serve. You'll be good to go. And he knows cooking. Oh my God, he knows how to cook. Delicious. He made us gourmet salmon for no reason. He was supposed to come over here and just enjoy his vacation, but he loves to cook. And I've learned a lot about him, about cooking. Cooking to him is his lifestyle. He's not starstruck with celebrities. He is not starstruck with movies. He doesn't even watch sports. He's like, I don't know. I don't watch sports. I don't want to watch that. Why would I want to waste money, Michael? Why would I want to waste money going and watch a certain team? Why do I need to spend $300 to watch a grown man throw a ball? Why? I don't need to do that. I can watch that in the comfort of my home. I don't need to go out and do a sporting event. Why? No, thank you. I'll sit at home. I'll cook for somebody and have them come over. Drink some scotch. All right? The only time you will get excited about anything and starstruck is any chef you see on television. He will get starstruck. If you met Emerald, bam! That guy, oh my God. He'll flip out. Oh my God. He'll flip out. It was great watching him cook. He told me some amazing cooking stories too. He told me, Mike, there was this restaurant in New York. I can't remember the name of it, but it was amazing. You know? And he's so good. Hold on. Let me stop. My Uncle Mike is great at talking about himself and other things that he does. He's great at that. And he's so good at telling a story about himself. It doesn't seem egotistical. It makes you want to listen more. Like, wow, tell me more about yourself. Tell me more about your life. No problem. There I was. It was in the middle of the night. I heard a rocking in my dock. I got a dock 25 feet from my house, Michael. We get jet skis. We go swimming. We go diving. It's perfect. But there I was. 12 o'clock, midnight. I fell asleep. I had my scotch. Sat down, fell asleep, and I heard this boom, 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 boom. I looked out. There was an alligator trying to eat my wave runner. I turned on the lights. I tried to scare the alligator. Do you see these alligators? These alligators are fierce. Gators and Floridas don't fuck around, Michael. Just want to let you know. Their tails are like a springboard. Okay, you think that's the strongest part of their body is the tail. They can springboard and jump up and attack you anytime. There I was. I saw this gator, and the gator was chewing on my wave runner. It turned around and looked at me. I said, "No way, pal, not today. You're not going to eat my wave runner." So I started charging at him, Michael. I charged at him. And the gator charged at me, and I tackled him, and I poked him right in the eye. I took him on my wave runner, and I took him off to the Gulf. Dropped him off in the Gulf. 45-minute wave runner drive. Swear to God. Hand to God. No problem. And I threw him off my wave runner. And I looked at the crocodile. Excuse me. It's a gator, Michael. I looked at the alligator. There's a difference. You know what the difference is, right? You do. Freshwater, saltwater. You know what the difference is with gators and crocodiles. I looked at this gator. I looked at him. I said, don't you ever come to my house again. Because I'm Mike Betancourt. Remember that. Isn't that a great story? He has epic stories like this. There I was. I was cooking for a firehouse. We were in the middle of cooking. I was going to make some chicken a la roast. You put some garlic on it. You put some paprika. I was cooking for about 12 firefighters. Right when we sat down, bang! It's time to go. We had to go. We had to enter emergency. There it was, Michael. We were on a story. We were on a skyscraper on the 13th floor. Huge fire. We couldn't get up there. We had to fly up there, Michael. We had to use our hoses and connect it from pole to pole like Spider-Man. Swear to God. We had to rappel up. A lot of people rappel down. We were firefighters. We couldn't rappel down. We had to rappel up. We had to use our fire hose like a Gatling gun to throw us over. And we climbed our way up. We took out the fire, swear to God. And then we went back to eating. It was really cool. That's the truth. Right? Amazing stories. So, we had a great time. Great Father's Day. And my Aunt Sue, amazing woman. She's another woman that's awesome. The most nicest, classiest woman you will ever meet. And she has this infectious laugh that I can't do any justice. And she's Jewish from New York. Michael! Hello, Michael. It's good to see you, Michael. I love her voice. Hello, Michael. It's good to see you. You know, it's so funny. It's been 10 years since I've seen my aunt and uncle. We've always talked on the phone, but it's been 10 years. And the last time we saw him, it was at not my wedding. It was at my wife's wedding. Remember, fellas, if you're going to get married, if you're getting married, remember, it's not your wedding. It's her wedding. Okay? That's bullshit. It's my wedding. No, it's not. You have to realize this. Think about this, gentlemen. It is not your wedding. She is giving away. She's dropping her last name for yours. She's moving in with you. She's changing her whole lifestyle for you. You can't allow her to have this day. I'm telling you, gentlemen, if you're about to get married, back off. Okay? Back off and just say yes or no when you need to, when you want her to say no. When she wants you to say no. Excuse me, I said it wrong. When she wants you to say no, then say no. And this is not for the rest of your life in marriage, okay? You will not have a good, successful marriage if she's always going to say yes or make you say yes. You will not. I'm telling you. From experience, I wish I did this 10 years ago. I wish I just sat back and said yes the whole time. Well, I want to invite this relative. No, Mike, you can't invite that relative because just say yes. It's easier. Okay, guys, we don't fantasize about weddings. Okay, if you think about that, not one guy have I ever met has ever fantasized. I can't wait to be a groom, and my groomsmen. I cannot wait for us to wear a tuxedo in the hot summer. It's going to be our wedding day, gentlemen. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get that rented tux that someone else's balls were in. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that day. Yay. Guys, don't do that. Guys, don't do that. We don't. We don't do that because we don't think, we've never thought about that growing up. It's not that we don't care. It's the last thing on our minds. When we're getting married, yes, we're going to appreciate it. Yes, we're like, oh my God, I can't believe we're getting married. Yes, from the male's point of view, yes, we appreciate the moment, but we don't dedicate our lives for this one moment. And gentlemen, when you interject, you're ruining their fantasy, gentlemen. There's something about it. I have no idea. Anyways, that was the last time I saw my Uncle Mike and Aunt Sue. And my Uncle Mike was a riot. He got drunk, wore these awesome glasses, and danced the night away. Like, got down, boogie down. He was the life of the party. We got pictures of it too. So it was great seeing him again. And, 10 years have gone by and my whole life has gone by. And, I have a family and I have a better career. And, my wife and I moved into a nicer house, and just everything has progressed so much in the past 10 years. And I can't believe it sometimes. You don't think about that because you're living in it. So my Uncle Mike saw what my lifestyle is like now, and he was very proud of me and my wife and my family in general, just that we're all doing really well. Because the one thing he really, truly appreciated was the family time that we have, the quality family time that we always have. And it was really cool. It was the first time my uncle and we actually smoked weed together in the garage on Father's Day. And it was great. I'm like, I'm smoking weed with my uncle. I've never smoked weed with my uncle. This is pretty awesome. And then we came out, and my Aunt Sue, she is sharp. She is very sharp. She was just on her cell phone, scrolling up, and then when we walked by, she barely looked up. She's like, how you guys doing? Ya mellow? Without missing a beat. Ya mellow? Huh? Did you go to the garage to show Uncle Mike your tools? Is that what you did, Mikey? Huh? Which tool did you show him, Mikey? Which one? Why did it take so long? Why were you out in the hot garage for 45 minutes? You showed him everything? Amazing. You cannot be more blunt and charismatic like that. That is the coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life, and I will never forget about it. Ya mellow? Huh? Not like, why are you smoking weed right now? It's ya mellow. Like, so she knew She knew. We tried to disappear. We tried to sneak away. She knew. Where's Mike and Mike? Where's Mike and Mike? Where's Mike? Where's Uncle Mike and Mike Betancourt? Where are they? She didn't even have to ask. She knew because we came in another direction. Ya mellow? Huh? Whoops. Excuse me. Sorry. I had a movie review that I wanted to talk about, and it slipped. But it's okay. We're back on top. I'm not mellow right now. I'm good. I'm sober. I'm good. I don't smoke weed before I podcast because I care about you. I want to have a new segment, ladies and gentlemen, Emma Mikers, and I really want to make this happen because you deserve more than me just talking about my life and my family and other things. I want to make it different for you, and I don't know what to do. I really don't. I have no idea. So I decided to throw in a movie review. And it's not going to be just any ordinary movie review, okay? Everyone that's seen movies nowadays, they immediately talk about it. They immediately have spoiler alerts. They immediately are the first ones at the theater. And then the next day, they're always talking about it. Did you see Endgame? I told you. Blah, 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 blah. See Shazam? Blah, 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 blah. Have you seen John Wick? Yeah, here's everything. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not talking about movies nowadays, okay? I think this segment is going to be for movies that were made in the 80s and 90s. Because I was born in 1981, so all the 80s action films I was raised on. And the 90s got even better. So there's a lot of movies right there that I can talk about. And you've seen it, so you and I can relate to it, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker. I'm not going to shit on these movies, Okay? I don't believe in being a movie critic and shitting on it and taking a dump on a movie that doesn't... You know what's a bad movie? One that's not finished. Okay? Everything else, it's a great movie. Because do you know how I've never made a movie in my entire life. I've made short films, videos, but I've never made a full-length feature film in my entire life. Do you think I'm going to chastise and talk crap about a movie that's took years to make? Well, I didn't like that opening credits of this movie. The blue lights were really annoying, and I found it rather immature. Meanwhile, the director is reading or listening to what this movie critic is saying, and it's probably saying this. Oh, do you know how long it took to get those fucking blue lights? Do you know how long we've wasted? My lighting, my key grip. These actors had us jumble their schedules for 6 months worth of work for 5 minutes, so you can take a dump on it in seconds. Well, I didn't know that, but I'm the viewer. I have the right to say whatever I want about that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. So, my movie review, in my opinion, that I love to watch. I'm not going to give you the specific types, okay? This is my opinion. I love movies. So this movie right here really got my attention when I was a kid. This movie came out in 1993. It's starring Kurt Russell. Okay, so there you go. First of all, Kurt Russell. Do I need to go on? Any movie that Kurt Russell is in is amazing. If you think the movie sucks and it's starring Kurt Russell, it's not Kurt Russell that sucked. It's everything around it that sucked. Okay? So, this movie came out in 1993, starring Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton, Jason Priestley, Billy Zane, and the list, Charleston Heston, and the list goes on. What is this movie? You already know. You're saying it right now. John Bean, Powers Booth. I'm saying all these names I keep forgetting. Thomas Hayden Church. What movie am I talking about? It's on the tip of you. You want me to say this movie. You know this movie. You're already saying the quote. I'm your Huckleberry. Well, Johnny Ty! Doc? I didn't know you was back in town. Mad call. Hey, Doc. Why I Am Rolling. What movie is it? You already know. You want me to say it. Take it easy, boys. I ain't saying you can't carry a gun. I'm not saying you can't own a gun. I say you can't carry a gun in town. You want me to say it? You do. I know you do. It came out in 1993. Cinematography is amazing. The style of this movie is amazing. I love the music, and especially I love the violence. And my favorite quote of this movie, which I haven't said yet, and you want me to, even though you've seen it, you know it, you can feel this movie. There you go. I got 2 guns, one for each of you. Here's my favorite quote. I've been quoting a lot of this movie, but my favorite quote is this, and I'll tell you why. Here we go.
You tell him I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Hold on, we gotta play that again. Did you hear the frustration and the anger of Wyatt Earp? Okay, I'll say it. Tombstone. I love this movie. Tombstone is the coolest Western film you will ever watch. Anyone could say, oh no, Magnificent Seven, any John Wayne movie. Nope. What about the Kevin Costner Wyatt Earp film? Nope. What about the new version of Magnificent Seven? Nope. What about 310 to Yuma? Nope. None of these movies can compare to Tombstone. And I'm going to play that quote again because you just listen to his frustration, okay? Because at this point was the critical point where Wyatt Earp lost his family. One of his brothers was murdered. One of his brothers lost his arm. Yes, spoiler, it came out in 1993. Whatever. What are you going to do? You going to get mad at me for talking about a movie that came out in the 90s? But listen to his passion. He lost his family. And he feels guilty because he brought his family from Kansas City to Arizona to start a better life. And now one of his brothers is dead. One of his brothers lost an arm. And he has to take the law into his own hands. So I'm going to play though. And now he's about to go up to Ike Klamath. I'm sorry. Whatever. Here we go.
You understand me? I see a red sash. I killed a man wearing it. So run, you cur. Run! Tell all the other curs the law's coming. You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Oh, it gets me pumped every single time. That quote of that movie gets pumped every single time. You tell them I'm coming and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me. You can feel it because his revenge is next. Redemption is next because the next scene, he is killing every single cowboy that's wearing a sash. There's shotgun blasts. There's kicking. There's spurs hitting people's faces. People are dying left and right. Blood everywhere. Tombstone, starring Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer, came out in 1993. If I spoiled it for you, I didn't do any justice, okay? Don't worry about it. Watch that movie. And I think I'm going to end on this show right here, right now, with our heart pumped right now. So watch that movie, and don't forget, Waza Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the sponsor of here, me, myself, and I. I'm getting all tongue-tied because I'm still feeling that passion of, you tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? So Waza Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, sponsored. What? I can't even say, hell's coming with me. Me, Myself, and I is sponsored by Waza Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Mention the Me, Myself, and I podcast at Waza Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you will get half off the first month of training. You can choke someone out and bring the fury, and you can feel that passion of hell's coming with me while you're doing it. So, thank you very much for listening to Me, Myself, and I. Thank you, Uncle Mike and Aunt Sue, for visiting my family. We had a wonderful time, and I can't wait to see you guys again. And don't forget, gentlemen, email me, mmipodcast19@gmail.com. Tell me what you did on Father's Day. And also, get ready to feel the salsa. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Salsa! 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 Salsa!